Hey crew, it's Coach Josh with Garage Gang Gyms. Today we're going to talk about incline chest flies. Now before we actually get started, I'm using a seal pad because I can adjust it. I can have a lot of different angles. Most likely you're going to actually be using an incline or an adjustable bench. Either way, whatever you're using, it works the same. So before I actually lay down again, what we want to talk about is what we're trying to feel when we're doing this, okay? Our goal with this exercise is to get as big of a stretch as we possibly can in our chest. Now, what a lot of people do when they're trying to get a big chest or a big stretch in their chest rather, is they're going to do this huge arch. They're going to actually pinch in their mid and lower back and really lift their rib cage up and just be soft, even if they're trying to brace their core from way up here. That's not what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is we're trying to, especially when we're using a seal pad like this, it's a little bit easier to do this. We're actually trying to keep our hips tucked just a little bit, not crazy. We're not pooping in the woods like a dog, right? Just a little tuck. Rib cage is going to stay down. And then while doing that, keeping this engagement, then I'm going to try to pick my chest up. Keeps my core tight. From there, when I pick my chest up, if you see, when I pick my chest up with my ribs and hips down, it's going to actually set my shoulders a lot better. That way, when I do this fly, the moment I bend my elbows, I'm already feeling my chest. If you move, say, 4 inches and you don't feel your chest very much, we're doing something wrong, okay? So as we're going down, we want to think about being set and bringing our elbows out but back, okay? Like we're opening up for a big hug. Now, the further away from us we go, yes, you're going to get a little bit more stretch. Sometimes it kind of goes into the shoulder a little more than I like. So what I like to think about is almost the reverse of a body weight row. Is our hands start rather close. I'm going to bring those elbows down and back, keeping my ribs down, getting this big stretch as far as I can stretch, pushing my chest forward just like we've talked about on the bench press. And then I'm going to push them in and up, getting a big chest engagement the best that I can. So let's do it. I'm going to keep these dumbbells parallel. That's just going to help me keep my wrists and everything in order. So hips are on, ribs are tight. I'm going to take my big breath. Shoulders stay down. I'm going to bring my elbows down and back until I get this big stretch in my chest, and then I'm going to push them up and back together. So I'll do a couple without talking. And then coming forward. So a lot of people, what they get wrong is as they come down, their traps are going to take over. They're going to come way up here. So if you're actually feeling your traps, I actually want you to do this. I'm inviting you to do it right now. If you feel this sensation as you're going down, this is what's happening, right? We don't want that. We want our ribs down, our shoulders down, less neck, more chest, okay? And again, as I'm going down, opening up for this big hug, in and up. And as I push, just like with the bench press, if you haven't seen that video, you should go check it out. When I'm in and pushing, I'm pushing away from the object. This is going to get me a lot more chest engagement because this is me straightening my arms. This is how much chest I get. Arms are straight, even if I try to squeeze my pecs, okay? But watch what happens when I try to push myself away. Watch my chest. Way more engagement, and that's what we're looking for on this exercise. Here at Garage Gang Gyms, we're trying to be as efficient as possible because most of you don't have 3 hours to work out. If anything, you have between 45 minutes, maybe an hour and a half. We got to get in, get out. Okay, so let's talk about another fault that usually happens. So as we're going down, it's really easy for us to think, push your chest out, ribs down, great. But what happens to a lot of people if they're not shrugging is as they push, much like on bench press, again, see that video if you haven't already, is they're going to follow through and they're going to turn kind of into a turtle shell. Even if they're trying to push away, they're not really going to get a lot of chest. They're going to do something like this. So it's really important that we use our core to do its job, which is to keep our body still, right? Our core is meant to hold things where it is. So we hold things there. If my chest is here, it's not going to move. As soon as I lose my core engagement or lose my spinal position, boom, I have no chest engagement and I look like a hunchback, right? So again, nice tall as I would come down, keeping that chest in one place. There should be zero movement from my collarbones down except for what's working, just my pecs. My mid-back, my abs aren't working here. So we stay up and I push. So there you have it, an incline chest fly. This is a great chest exercise. If you're having any pain with this movement, please tell your coach first before you guys make little adjustments. If you're doing my online program, in the results section, say, bothered my shoulder, bothered my elbow, whatever. It may be time that you guys do your form check on this exercise, send your video in so that I can see you move, because maybe you think you're in one place, but really you're in the wrong place and that's causing that pain. Or maybe we need to make little modifications to your guys' online program. Maybe we've been doing too many push-ups. Maybe it's time for a deload, too much bench press. Maybe there's something wrong. Okay? So please let us know if you ever have any pain. I'll see you guys soon.